Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Triple N Media. I am NIK NIKAM. Today we're going to look at how to restore all those missing planes and airports. When you installed it for the first time, the planes and airports were installed in a particular directory. When you update it, and if it asks for a particular location, and if you change that location, then you're going to miss out on all those original airports and planes that were installed during the first installation. I have no idea why it does it, but I'm going to show you as how it has done on my computer. In order to do that, you have to get this developers menu. In order to get that, you go to options, then you click on general, then click on developers, and make sure this is on. Generally it is off. So once you have this one on, then we can go to tools and look at virtual file system. And the virtual file system, you look under watched bases. It shows where the program files are located. In my case, it is a C drive, which is 500 gigabyte SSD. I think I created this D drive Msfs 2020 where my official one store and community folders are located, and all the planes and other things are stored in this particular one store folder. Let's go back to my directory here, and I have two directories here: Msfs 2020, which the flight simulator is directed to, but when the first thing was installed, it was all put under delivery optimization. And I know that because if I click on this one, this has cache and Msfs 2020, and I click on that one, here I have the official folder and one store. And if you look at, I have planes, the data that were installed on the November 21st, 24th, November 9th, all these different dates, and it's got 175 items. All right. But what happened is when I updated it, I might have told the program to put it under a separate directory, Msfs 2020, which I didn't realize. And you can see here it also has 177 because initially it had only like 30 items. That's why when I started the program after upgrade, it showed only 2 planes. So now, since I copied all this from the other folder to this one, which actually took several hours, then this showed up with all the contents which I was missing. So it's a matter of trying to see where your virtual file directory is pointing to as far as one store is concerned. The next item is I try to click on this or try to right click and see if I can change the directory. I cannot. So I'll have to figure out, see if I can change it, because every time the FS 2020 upgrades, all the new changes will be going into that delivery optimization. That's where it is putting, this is where it put all the original program files. But when it was upgrading, it asked for a directory, and that's why I think I gave this one, and when it upgraded, it just probably upgraded with the basic minimum. So I have no clue. After the upgrade, when I went back to my hangar, changed aircraft, I had only two Cessna planes. But now I recovered all those planes altogether, like 22. I have the Airbus and all this, even Boeing 747, all of this were gone after the updates. But since I copied those files from the delivery optimization to D/Msfs 2020, now I recovered most of them. It takes a lot of space, like close to 100 gigabytes. There's one way to deal with this one, and that is you go to, if you think you are not going to use certain planes and you're not going to be using certain airports, you have an option to delete those and minimize the size of your hard disk requirement. For that, let's go back to this one, profile. Then we go to content manager. Under the content manager, it shows which ones have been updated and which ones you can download. I can download the 787 Dreamliner, which is 1 gigabyte. But if there are certain things you don't want to use, like Beechcraft, something like this, if I click on that, then this menu appears at the bottom, delete, version history, dependencies. So you can practically delete that and save half a gigabyte of disk space. Because if you're never, and there are a lot of like landing challenges. If you're not going to try all those landing challenges, you can practically delete all those things, or I would say just put them on your backup USB drive, so your hard drive is not using up all that space. So you can delete that, and that's how you can minimize the number of files used, which is here 106.22 gigabytes. So I hope this has been useful to you, because I was scratching my head and see how I can recover all those files and where am I going to look for those. But actually they are installed in the place where we told it to, but the problem happens, but the problem comes up when Microsoft updates their Msfs 2020, they may not be going to the right folder. So always remember, if you specifically directed it to go to a certain folder, write down that name so that all the updates will be going into that folder, so that it will have all the files that you need. I hope this has been useful to you. Thank you so much for watching this presentation. We have a number of useful tips and tricks on how to optimize your Microsoft Flight Simulator, and also the training lessons, and you can watch those. And please do subscribe to our YouTube channel, and we will see you next time. Thank you so much.